Hey guys, it is Citra here again with the other half of the 2.12 updates. First off, I'm going to look at this one here. I've got a bunch of phase blocks here, and if you've ever received this something interferes message, you'll know as a fact that it can be extremely difficult to remove sometimes. So one of the new things we have is a way of getting rid of that, and that is with an upgraded version of the Dispel rune. As of 2.12, whenever you make a Dispel rune that is tier 3 or higher, it will cause an AoE purge of these types of magical effects within a radius of itself. Different tiers equals different radius. This is a tier 3 one, tier 3 being the minimum strength required to get this effect. And tier 3 is, I think, radius 3. And there you can see there is an AoE of cleansing around it because the runes was only about this, and that is 1, 2, 3 out from the center block. So yeah, tier 3. One of the new features is also the sideways topsy-turvy runes, or vertical topsy-turvy runes, whichever you want to describe them as, that Super Llama promised. They work just the same way normal ones do. They will flip out a section of land. Some things do seem to manage to get transferred, some things don't. It's a bit hit and miss, like with the topsy-turvy rune before. The update that fixed that on Faith Islands with the FTP rune has not yet made it this far. But as an added note, it is possible, just as with the existing topsy-turvy rune, to have some sort of sideways topsy-turvy elevator going on here that would allow you to travel horizontally through the land. The next new feature I'm demoing is called the Bow of Translocation. It looks kind of like the Spring Rune does, but it's a bit longer. Got an extra piece of redstone on each end. 2 netherrack in the middle of these 2 redstone spikes, and a tier block in the middle. You right-click to activate it, and you fire, and you appear. It works pretty much like an ender pearl does, but without hurting you, and based on ammo. I'll turn creative mode off and give you a demonstration or so. Fire that one off into the end. And hopefully that arrow won't go overboard. It didn't. If it does go into the void, as I will quickly demonstrate, all that happens is that the arrow just disappears. No effect comes from it. It has a couple of bonuses. For example, if I were to hold down the crouch key and aim for that magic beacon in the distance, assuming that I actually hit, yes, it's a way to sort of attach yourself to blocks. Assuming that I don't let go of the crouch key, I will be fine for not falling off here. Although, of course, if I do, it will hurt considerably. But it's a great way of getting around, and then to get down, you can just do this. You just really don't want to run out whilst you're up there. A neat way of sort of having a grappling hook almost. And finally, we have what is known as the Tunnel Shovel. It is a shovel or spade rune, activated with this pattern here, like the other defensive runes. But it can either have a sand or gravel block in the middle, and the effects will be completely the same. And what the effect it has is, when mining away blocks of gravel or sand or anything that can land on your head, basically, it will protectively turn those into either cobblestone in the case of gravel, or glass in the case of sand. It doesn't go sideways, it just goes up the way. And it will protect you from cave-ins. And with those 4 other changes to Runecraft, that concludes all of the additions and alterations of Runecraft 2.12. If you haven't seen the previous video about the Faith Transfer Portal rune and Faithpoint runes, I strongly advise you check them out, it's pretty cool. Thank you guys for watching, comments, questions below, and if you liked it then subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!